Hi there, this is Toby Charles, as always, saying hello and welcome to the magnificent Munich Olympic Stadium for the second leg of the UEFA Cup quarter-final tie between Bayern Munich and Kaiserslautern. Now, of course, the UEFA Cup, the European Football Union Cup, an all-European affair, but this particular tie is an all-Bundesliga affair, that is an all-West German National League game, because the two teams, Bayern Munich and Kaiserslautern, both come from the West German Bundesliga, and in fact 5 West German teams are through to the quarter-finals of the UEFA Cup. An unprecedented happening actually in the history of European soccer. No country has ever got 5 teams through to the quarter-finals of a European competition, but West Germany have done that, and 2 of them are the 2 teams out there now on this wonderful pitch, Bayern Munich and Kaiserslautern. Bayern in the all-red strip, playing from right to left, with Junghans in goal. And then the back 4 of Dremmler, Weiner, Augenthaler and Horstmann. In midfield, Dürenberger, Kraus, Breitner the captain, and Oblak, Branko Oblak that is, the Yugoslav international. And the 2 front runners, Dieter Hoeneß and Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Kaiserslautern playing with Swedish international Ronnie Hellström in goal. And then the back 4 of Melzer, Briegel, Neuers the captain, Duzek. In midfield, Gaye, Bongartz, Riedel and Groh, and the 2 front runners, Brummer number 11 and Benevent number 9. So both teams playing in a 4-4-2 formation. And the first leg a couple of weeks ago in Kaiserslautern, chance here for Rummenigge though. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge stopped well there, and now Neuss. The long through pass for Benevent. He's running onto that one. Good shot. Oh, just past the post. That shot from Benevent. That, by the way, is not Benevent there. That's Riedel, the number 8. But the man who had the chance was Benevent, the Swedish international striker. But as I was saying, the first leg was played in Kaiserslautern a couple of weeks ago, and Kaiserslautern gained a 1-0 victory in that game. So this means that Bayern have got at least 1 goal to pull back to get this game to go to extra time. But of course they want much more than that. They want to make certain of things in the full 90 minutes without going to extra time. And to do that, they've got to win by at least 2 clear goals then. That is to go through on aggregate. But that won't be easy, because don't forget, of course, if Kaiserslautern score, this will mean then that Bayern have to win 3-1 here, because away goals count double if the scores are level, so 2-1 won't be enough. They have to win by 3 goals to 1 then. And that won't be easy against this Kaiserslautern team to score 3 goals, even on your home ground. Bongartz now. And already in these opening stages, Kaiserslautern looking very dangerous on the break. Number 4 there is Dremmler. Dieter Dremmler used to play for Brunswick. Moved to Bayern at the start of this season. And that's Hannes Bongartz, who used to be with Schalke in the Ruhr area. He's been with Kaiserslautern now for a couple of seasons. Junghans going up there, being challenged by Benevent. That's the number 9 for Kaiserslautern. A pretty good crowd here in the stadium, about 30,000 fans. Although, of course, probably anyway, if Bayern had been playing some other European team from another country, then they probably would have got a much bigger crowd. Breitner and Ronnie Hellström having trouble with that one. Of course, the fans much prefer to see teams from other countries so they can compare their own team with an English team or a Spanish team or an Italian team. But this year in the UEFA Cup anyway, the West German sides have been so strong that, as I was saying, all 5 West German representatives through to the quarter-finals. The other ones being Borussia München-1.FC, the UEFA Cup holders, Stuttgart and Frankfurt. And in fact, all those 3, Borussia Mönchengladbach, Stuttgart and Frankfurt, have a great chance of moving on to the semi-finals. Plus, of course, one of these 2 teams, which would mean all 4 semi-finalists from the same country, and that really would be incredible. But who's he going to be out of these two teams, Bayern Munich or Kaiserslautern? Kaiserslautern in the white shorts. Number 2 there, Melzer. Oh, Rainer Geier. Good tackle, though. Good tackle by Augenthaler. Augenthaler, very aggressive player, hard runner. Bernd Dürnberger, one of the 4 midfield players, wearing the number 7 shirt. Very quick player, good on the ball, as you can see. He gets a corner. The referee, by the way, I mustn't forget him, Mr. Dudina from Bulgaria. Riedel there for Kaiserslautern, and Karl-Heinz Rummenigge coming over to take the corner. Rummenigge in tremendous form this season for Bayern and also for West Germany. What a chance there for Dieter Hoeneß. And Duzek having to clear at the last moment. Kraus used to be with Frankfurt. And the captain, Paul Breitner. That's Briegel, Hans-Peter Briegel. Briegel, by the way, West German international. And Neuss, the captain. Briegel and Neuss, the twin central defenders in the back 4 in the Kaiserslautern team. Number 11, Axel Brummer over there for Kaiserslautern. Trying to get through, gets a throw in. There's Duzek, moved upfield. Number 4 is Groh. Junghans having to go down for that back pass. But really no trouble. Junghans, who's taken over in the Bayern team for Sepp Maier, who's had to retire because of a bad car accident last summer. He received very bad injuries in that accident, Sepp Maier, and even though he said he's like good German wine, the older he gets, the better he gets, he was forced to follow the advice of the doctors, who told him to pack up. And anyway, Sepp, at the age of 34, certainly wasn't the youngest for top international soccer. Foul on Dürnberger by Neuss. Obvious obstruction. So free kick for Bayern. There's Rummenigge on the ball, Breitner there as well. And Kaiserslautern lining up the wall of defenders. The shot from Augenthaler. The referee wants it taken again. One of the Kaiserslautern players left the wall too quickly. I think it was Bongartz. It's Breitner. Augenthaler just behind him. It's the same again. Augenthaler and Ronnie Hellström. The shot getting through the wall of defenders from Klaus Augenthaler. But Ronnie Hellström going down for that one. No trouble really for a goalkeeper of his class. There's Rainer Geier, ex-West German international. Used to be with Dusseldorf. And Melzer going through there. Chance for Benny Wendt. And Junghans grabbing the ball at the second attempt. But Kaiserslautern certainly looking very dangerous on these counter-attacks. Melzer, the ball going through Augenthaler's legs. There's Benny Wendt. Junghans grabbing the ball, then losing it, and then grabbing it at the second attempt again. And now Rummenigge. The score here, 0-0. Bayern Munich 0, Kaiserslautern 0. And Weiner. That's the Bayern right back wearing the number 2 shirt. Used to be with Hertha Berlin, like Dremler and like Kraus, joined Bayern at the start of this season. Bayern got a corner out of that though. Oblak. No, it's going to be a free kick. I thought it was a corner. There's obviously a foul given on Weiner against Kaiserslautern. So Branko Oblak with the free kick. Dieter Hoeneß going up there. Rainer Geier back in his own area. A big boot upfield. Riedel keeping it in play. There's Breitner, the man who makes things tick in midfield for Bayern. He's the midfield general, the midfield architect. Branko Oblak. One of Breitner's lieutenants, you might say. Breitner's the general. Groh. 0-0 the score, but 1-0 for Kaiserslautern on aggregate because of their 1-0 victory in the first leg a couple of weeks ago. That's going to be a throw-in for Kaiserslautern. It looks as if number 4, Groh, is going to take it. But he went there, got a pat on his buttocks, I don't know what for. No, Groh's left it. There's Bongartz. Gets a corner out of that. Hannes Bongartz, the number 10 there for Kaiserslautern. So, the second corner now for Kaiserslautern. Bongartz is going to take it. Hannes Bongartz, fine controller of the ball with the corner to the near post. Geier, there's Benny Ventis in the net. Kaiserslautern have taken a 1-0 lead through their Swedish international, Benny Vent, and now go 2-0 up on aggregate, and that indeed is going to make things very difficult for Bayern Munich to pull back those 2 goals. There's the goal scorer, Benny Vent. And look at Kelly Feldkamp. He doesn't look too happy. He should do, though, because he's the Kaiserslautern coach and his team are winning 1-0. 2-0 on aggregate, which means now that Bayern have got to get 3 goals. Here's that goal again. Bongartz to the near post. There's Rainer Geier flicking it on with the back of his head over the top. And at the back there, Benny Vent. Augenthaler. Augenthaler going forward all the time, trying to support these Bayern attacks. And Hellström taking that back pass. There's number 4, Groh, not Tremler, as I said just a few moments ago. Really is Groh this time. Well, it'll be interesting to see what Bayern do about this now. They've got to go forward. They've got to push all their men forward. But, of course, they can't afford to leave themselves open at the back because if Kaiserslautern got another goal, that really would be that. That would mean then that Bayern have to get 4. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge foul by Briegel on Rummenigge. Mr. Dudina from Bulgaria, the referee, right on the spot. Augenthaler has done a very powerful shot. But Breitner's there as well. Is Augenthaler going to have a go? There he goes, through the wall, and Ronnie Hellström. Well, Augenthaler hit it well, beat the wall, but Ronnie Hellström was well positioned in goal, as he nearly always is. What a fine goalkeeper that man is. Regarded by many as one of the best keepers in the world. Young Hans. Horseman. All the Kaiserslautern players in their own half, letting Bayern come at them. They can afford to use these tactics, of course, because don't forget now, they're leading by 2-0 on aggregate. 1-0 on the night, and 1-0 from the first leg a couple of weeks ago. Augenthaler with the shot. But of course, when a team pulls back nearly all its players, it's so difficult to get through with a shot then. There's Gaia. Neuers looking for the head of Benny Vent and finding it. Hitting the corner post. But it's going to be a free kick anyway for Bayern. Horseman taking it quickly. Quite naturally, of course. They can't afford to take their time now, Bayern. But there's a long way to go yet, and anything can happen. There's Benny Vent. Meltzer going for it, but Rummenigge there first. Good marking by Duzek against Dieter Hoeneß. And Paul Czarnay, and alongside him, Uli Hoeneß. Uli Hoeneß, the Bayern manager, general manager that is, and brother, of course, of Dieter Hoeneß. And Paul Czarnay, who was nearest the camera, he's the Bayern coach. Branko Oblak over there, wearing the number 10 shirt. There's Paul Czarnay again. Naturally, he's not too happy, I shouldn't think anyway, about the situation. His team being a goal down. And Bayern not only going for the UEFA Cup, but also for the West German Championship. Because at the moment, they're at the top of the table, together with Hamburg. Hamburg have a slightly better goal difference. Both teams over the same number of points, Bayern and Hamburg. Kraus. Uwe Horstmann. Dürnberger. Dürnberger again. Dieter Hoeneß on the turn. Oh, he made room for himself, and it's in the net. What a good goal. That's the equalizer. 1-1. Dieter Hoeneß. 1-2. Oblak. Dürnberger. Dieter Hoeneß making room for himself. Getting up. Duzek was struggling hard to hold him there, but Dieter Hoeneß, with his tremendous physique, making room for himself, turning quickly, hitting it with his right foot first time into the corner of the net. 1-1 now.
Headlines at the newsstand. Here, as everywhere else in the world, they attract the curiosity of newspaper buyers. The headlines of photojournalists are news photos, candid shots. Exhibited here are the most impressive optic headlines of 1979. It is a selection of 5,000 photographs sent in for this yearly competition by 54 nations. The prize was won with this photo of a Cambodian refugee mother who protects her child in her arms. Everyday life in a Thai refugee camp shot by the American photojournalist Alan Barnett. The Vietnamese boat people, touching photos of the millions of human tragedies in today's Indochina. From the world of sports, the battle for the puck on the ice, and the drama at the edge of the racetrack with a fatal ending. Indianapolis, 1979. A race car crashes into a retaining wall and a piece of wreckage strikes and kills a TV cameraman. Snapshots from the world of the political stage. A ruler in exile and his conqueror. The leader of the Islamic Revolution in Iran. For 23 years, the World Press Photo Foundation has successfully sent its picture shows around the world. Photographs as a kaleidoscope of the many realities in the course of a year. The Formula 2 circus has raised its tents at the Hockenheim Motor Dome in southern Germany. The Jim Clark Memorial Race is the second race in this year's European Formula 2 Championship. The Scotsman Jim Clark, who was killed in a race in 1968, won the Grand Prix 25 times and was world champion twice. If he were still alive today, he would be surprised at the developments of the last 12 years. The Formula 2 cars are hardly inferior to Formula 1 in design and speed. Only the prescribed 4-cylinder motor and fewer horsepower slow the fervor of the new drivers. 26 drivers qualified for the race during tough trials. The cars with number 3 and number 6, both new March BMW 802s, are in the lead at the beginning, but the race is over for the 2 drivers after the 3rd lap. They catapulted each other off the track. Both were unhurt. Car number 1, another BMW driven by Italy's Teo Fabi, takes over the lead, hitting a top speed of 250 kilometers. Only Brian Hinton in a Tolman TG280 Hart is pursuing Fabi closely. The rest of the field is 500 meters behind them. Although there were 30 laps to be driven, the drivers saw the checkered flag and a black flag at the end of the 27th round. The race was broken off, and a rescue helicopter appeared over the stands. Officials and spectators were bewildered. Markus Hottinger, a young Austrian driver, was critically injured and later died on the way to the hospital. He was hit in the head by the rear tire of another crashed racer. At the victory ceremony, Teo Fabi, the break-off winner, learns that there's no cause for joy. Brian Hinton, the Englishman, finished second.
So again, this game wide open, but it's still 2-1 on aggregate. Rummenigge now. And the fans here in the stadium, Bayern fans that is, really making themselves heard now. Quite naturally, of course, now that they've drawn level, but they're still 2-1 down on aggregate. And that means they've still got to get 2 more goals. Bayern have go through overall 3-2 on aggregate. One wouldn't be enough, because if the scores are level, then away goals count double. And another corner for Kaiserslautern. There's Neues. Neues and Groh. Vent. And Groh again. Being challenged by Dremler. Melter with a shot. Oh, what a fine save by Junghans. Fine shot by Meltzer and a brilliant save by Junghans. So it's still 1-1. Corner. Junghans, after making that brilliant save, throwing out to Branko Oblak. Rainer Geyer way back in his own penalty area, clearing upfield. Not far, only to Horstmann. Rummenigge with good tackling on the edge of their own area by the Kaiserslautern defenders. Oblak with the cross, and Neues with his left boot to the ball. Free kick for Kaiserslautern, which Bongard is going to take. No, he's not, he's leaving it. Neues, the skipper. Don't forget the score, 1-1. Riegel. Riegel leaving it. For Brummer. Bongarts. In this second half, Bayern in the dark red strip, playing from left to right. The score, Kaiserslautern 1, Bayern Munich 1, or it should be the other way around, of course, because Bayern are playing at home. Bayern Munich 1, Kaiserslautern 1. And now Kraus. Karl-Heinz Feldkamp there, still not looking happy. Although he shouldn't look too unhappy because his team is still leading 2-1 on aggregate. Rainer Geyer. Good tackle just at the last moment. It's interesting, by the way, that in this second half, and towards the end of the first half as well, Bayern have changed their tactics in defence. Earlier on, Dremler was marking Benny Wendt and wasn't doing a very good job of it, but now, anytime Benny Wendt gets near the Bayern penalty area, he's taken by Klaus Augenthaler. And in fact, these defensive tactics by Bayern have paid off because since they've changed over, Kaiserslautern haven't looked anywhere near as dangerous in attack. Dürnberger, little chip forward, looking for Dieter Hoeneß. Kaiserslautern still defending very bravely. Benny Wendt up there on the halfway line. Dremler. Breitner with the throw in. Dremler again. Dremler now playing more of a right wing, fullback position, because Weiner has gone into the middle in the Bayern defence. Duzek at the near post. Rummenigge with the corner. Hellstrom, missing it, and it's in the net. Oh, what a bad mistake by Ronnie Hellstrom. And the scorer is Janssen, the number 12, the substitute. Here's the corner. Janssen header. Ronnie Hellstrom, who really needn't have come out for that one because Janssen was marked. There's Norbert Janssen. Come on in place of Branko Oblak. So a good move there by Paul Chernay. Bringing on Janssen. Janssen a strike forward in place of a midfield player. And that certainly paid off. An extra striker. So it's now 2-1 for Bayern. 2-all on aggregate. But it's still 0 for Bayern because don't forget, the scores are level, and this means that away goals count double, and Kaiserslautern have got that away goal. So Bayern still need another one. But they're going well now. Naturally, Kaiserslautern taking their time. Neues. Junghans, who's had a fine match in the Bayern goal, had no chance at all with the goal that Kaiserslautern scored through Benny Wendt, their Swedish international centre forward. Augenthaler leaving it for Breitner. Dernberger on the flanks, causing the Kaiserslautern defense quite a bit of trouble. He's very quick, Bernd Dernberger. Udo Horstmann. But what a bad mistake that was by Ronnie Hellstrom. He needn't have come off his line, but when he did, and he should have made sure that he got to the ball. And as he didn't, well, he saw what happened. Neuss is going to take this goal kick. There's Kelly Feldkamp again. I'd like to hear what he's saying. I shouldn't think he's too happy now. Jansen. Udo Horstmann. Bayern looking stronger all the time. There's Weiner. Rummenigge. Weiner again. So another corner for Bayern, the 9th corner altogether so far during this game. Breitner. Wild clearance, looking for Benny Wendt and finding him. There he is. Oh, used his hand there. Did you see the way Klaus Augenthaler was with him? Taking no chances. There's Dramler, the number 4. He didn't make such a good job of marking Benny Wendt in the first half. There's a foul by Hoeneß. Free kick for Kaiserslautern. Oh, and it looks as if Kaiserslautern are going to bring on a sub. We'll have the free kick taken again. So it looks as if Kaiserslautern are going to bring on a substitute. Duzek, the Bongarts. Neatly headed off there by Benny Wendt. Back heel from Riedel, not a good one. Hoeneß and Duzek. Oh, and Rummenigge. Good support play by Karl-Heinz Rummenigge. Brummer leaving it for Groh. Gaia. Bongarts. Kraus is getting through a lot of work in midfield. Dremler going well down that right flank. Oh, and then spoiling it completely. The ball skidding off the outside of his right boot. There's Dremler. The utility man, actually, Dremler, he can play anywhere. He's used quite often in midfield when he was with Brunswick as a defensive midfield player. A good shot on him as well. Oh, and Benny Wendt being shown the yellow card for that. Well, I certainly didn't think that was a bad foul. Now, why that should B, I just don't know. 'Cause it certainly wasn't a bad foul by Vent. Maybe he said something to the referee as well. I'm sure he did afterwards. Hellstrom, no trouble with that one. Ronnie Hellstrom in this second half hasn't looked too safe, actually, which is something which is very unusual. He's normally the safest of goalkeepers. Breitner. Oh, good play there by Brummer. Reinagaya. Bongarts. Kaiserslautern coming back a bit now. Nobody at that far post. There's Brummer. Neuers. Yes, I thought he was going to do that. Slowly taking it back towards his keeper. And then, in the end, the back pass. You can't blame him, though, because 2-1 is the score for Bayern. 2-all on aggregate. But because away goals count double if the scores are level, and Kaiserslautern actually 3-2 up, as the scores are level. There's Janssen, who got that second goal. Well, the one he was given, actually, by a mistake from Ronnie Hellstrom. Horseman to Weiner. Weiner trying one. Oh, what a good effort. What a tremendous shot there from Weiner. And what a fine save by Hellstrom as well. Corner. And Hellstrom making no mistake this time, catching it cleanly. Dremler got Weiner with him. There's Weiner on the ball now. Kraus. Oh, a foul by Bongarts. Sporting gesture there by the two players. Augenthaler. That was a good pass to Horseman. Obviously one of the strikers there said something to Udo Horseman. It's more players warming up here. But so far, no more substitutions. The only one we've had is Janssen, Norbert Janssen, coming on in place of Branko Oblak. Weiner and Benny Vent. Long throw there from Axel Brummer. So long, in fact, it goes over the goal line. Junghans hasn't had much to do, actually, in the second half. The Bayern keeper, he was a lot busier in the opening stages of the first half. Breitner, the referee playing the advantage law. Oh, Novice crossing himself there. So a free kick for Bayern, in a very dangerous position indeed. There's Janssen just behind the referee, the number 12. Alongside him is Rummenigge. Janssen tries it. Hellström. Oh, it's a penalty. It's a penalty. Well, let's take another look at that. Another mistake by Hellström. Fails to hold the ball. In goes Hoeneß. And Duzek pulls Kraus down. So it's a penalty. And a great chance now for Bayern to go 3-1 up. Breitner's going to take it. And it's there. No trouble at all. Paul Breitner has made it 3-1 for Bayern Munich, and that could be that. Hellström goes one way to his right, and the ball goes to his left. Paul Breitner, very safe penalty taker. 3-1 on the night now, 3-2 on aggregate. And that would be enough, because the scores are no longer level. It's no longer 2-2, it's 3-2 on aggregate. And that would be enough for Bayern now. Rummenigge. But what a bad mistake again by Ronnie Hellström. I don't think I've ever seen Ronnie Hellström have such a bad second half and make such two very obvious mistakes. First of all, with the corner, when Janssen scored with a header to make it 2-1, and now when he failed to hold that Janssen free kick. And the result was a penalty when Duzek pulled down Kraus. So, Bayern Munich, 3-1 up on the night, 3-2 up on aggregate. After at one stage being 2-0 down on aggregate. Bongartz and Benny Wendt there. So Kaiserslautern need a goal now. They're to go through to the semi-finals of the UEFA Cup. Bongartz and Benny Wendt there. Melzer. Melzer was up there for that free kick. And he had a clear shot at goal as well, but he didn't hit it. With no force, no accuracy. And Weiner with a long clearance. Hoeneß offside. Linesman had his flag up straight away. There's Hans-Peter Briegel. Axel Brummer. Groh. And of course Kaiserslautern have got to come forward now. They've got to get another goal to stand any chance at all of going through to the semi-finals of the UEFA Cup. But one has to admire Bayern Munich who went a goal down after only 12 minutes. And Karl-Heinz Feldkamp looked just as unhappy then as he does now. Which I couldn't quite understand at the time, but maybe he guessed that this was going to happen. But they've really come back in fantastic manner, getting the equaliser through Dieter Hoeneß. What a tremendous goal that was in the 35th minute. And now in the second half, scoring 2 more. One through Norbert Jansen, the substitute, and then through a penalty from Paul Breitner. Ronnie Hellstrom, I can imagine he's not too popular with the Kaiserslautern players and fans at the moment. But of course, he's saved the team so often in the past before. So I suppose he's allowed one bad game. But what a pity, what a tragedy it should come this evening in this vital UEFA Cup tie. Vital, that is, for Kaiserslautern, because they have very little chance of qualifying for Europe next season. Whereas Bayern, as I was saying, are going for the championship. And even if they don't win the title, they certainly finish among the top 5, which would guarantee them a place in this same competition in the UEFA Cup next season. Riedel with the corner, not a good one. And now it's the turn of Bayern to pull back all their players into their own half, just as Kaiserslautern were doing in the first half after they went a goal up. Groh to Meltzer. Bongertz. Good tackle by Horstmann. And now Breitner on the break. He's got Dieter Hoeneß with him. There's Rummenigge. Offside, the flag was up. That must have been very close, actually. There couldn't have been much in that. Brummer. That's Hans-Peter Briegel. Axel Brummer's got a very long throw in, and he uses it. Look at that, like a corner. That was very dangerous indeed. And there you saw how what a difference these long throw-ins can make, and how they can upset a defence. Groh and Kaiserslautern really pushing every man forward. Björnberger missing that one completely. But there's Augenthaler now on the break. Rummenigge. Augenthaler with the shot. Oh, and a fine save. But there's Dieter Hoeneß. Can he get a shot in? Yes, he can. It is there. 4-1. And that must be that now. Dieter Hoeneß has made it 4-1 for Bayern Munich. And I think that's it. Surely it's all over now. Fine save by Hellstrom after that shot from Augenthaler. But it came straight to Dieter Hoeneß. He went one way, then went the other. Turned on it. Hellstrom couldn't get to that one. That certainly wasn't his fault. So Dieter Hoeneß, with his second goal of the game, has made it 4-1. There's the score, 4-1. And it's all over now. I should think so anyway, because it's 4-2 on aggregate. And what a comeback this has been by Bayern Munich. It's been a tremendous comeback. You have to admire them. They went a goal down after only 12 minutes. But now they've got 3 goals in the second half to add to the one they got in the first half in the 35th minute. And they're winning 4-1 on the night and 4-2 on aggregate. And I'm sure they won't let that lead slip away from them now. So it looks as if Bayern Munich One of the all-time European footballing giants, actually, having won the Cup Winners' Cup in 1967, and then in the 70s, the European Champions Cup 3 times in succession. But it looks as if they're now going to go through to the semi-finals anyway of the UEFA Cup, the European Football Union Cup, the only trophy they haven't won. And in this kind of form, well, who would bet against them winning it? Bongarts. Foul by Bongarts. Play going on though, because Bayern had advantage. Paul Breitner grabbing a few meters there with that throw in. Foul by Duzek on Dremler. Bayern now, of course, taking their time, and they've got all the time in the world. They're winning 4-1, 4-2 on aggregate. And Kaiserslautern, after getting that early goal in the 12th minute, must be a bit disappointed now. And Weiner indicating that Benny Wendt is a bit, I would almost say, a little bit loose in the head for that. That was his indication anyway, for attempting to push Weiner off the ball. But straight away on the quick counter, Bayern up in the Kaiserslautern penalty area. Bernd Dürnberger, it's an excellent match in midfield, and Rummenigge. Ronnie Hellstrom was there watching that ball go past the post. Karl-Heinz Rummenigge, always looking dangerous when he's on the ball. And Karl-Heinz Feldkamp there, really depressed now, quite naturally. I'm sure he must realise that his team are out of the UEFA Cup. But all round, it hasn't been a particularly good season for Kaiserslautern. Last season, they were in with a great chance of winning the championship. And a little bit of trouble going on there between Riedel and Breitner. Benny Wendt and Breitner. Something must have happened off the ball as well. But as I was saying, Kaiserslautern in with a great chance of winning the West German Championship last season, then went off the boil towards the end of the season, but still managed to finish among the top 5, which is of course why they're in Europe in the UEFA Cup this season. But as I was saying, they have little chance of finishing among the top 5 in the Bundesliga this season, so it's quite possible they won't be in Europe next season. And that of course has a very negative effect on the club's finances, because quite a few clubs rely on their European games to boost up their bank balances. There's Kraus. Kraus, of course, in no hurry now. Weiner. Kraus. Back to his keeper. Karl-Heinz Feldkamp. I'm sure he'll be happy now when the final whistle goes, because I think he realizes there's no way that Kaiserslautern are going to pull back a couple of goals. They'll have to score twice to draw level on aggregate. And in fact, it's Bayern who look by far the better side now. Duzek. Oh, and that was a bad mistake by the referee. Riedel, quite naturally upset by that decision by the referee, not playing the advantage law when Riedel got fouled. But of course it is difficult for the refs. He couldn't have known when he actually blew his whistle that Riedel was going to keep his balance and go running on. So that was bad luck actually for Kaiserslautern. Because of course now Bayern have had time to organise their defence. Benny Vent trying one into the wall. Bongarts. Augenthaler. But a fantastic match in defence. Was always been up there to support the Bayern attacks. And in fact, it was his shot, which Ronnie Hellstrom could only push out, that led to Bayern's fourth goal being scored by Dieter Hoeneß. Groh chipping forward. And Junghans taking his time, quite naturally. Karl-Heinz Feldkamp again, probably looking at the clock. But only a minute or so left to play now. Gaia and Bongarts tried hard in midfield, but they just couldn't put it together in the second half especially. Kraus. Junghans. There's Weiner. Has the whistle gone? Yes, it has. It's all over. A little bit earlier, I thought, and really was necessary, but still it wouldn't have made any difference. So that's it. Bayern Munich have beaten Kaiserslautern by 4-1. That's 4-2 on aggregate, and so Bayern Munich are through to the semi-finals of the UEFA Cup, the European Football Union Cup. And with that, it's Toby Charles saying goodbye till the next time we meet on Soccer Made in Germany.